So, Math Rocks and a legacy of, I guess, attempts at being into D&D. Hmm. One of them is quite realistic. Yeah, this is only half of my forms. Half, that's interesting. Lovely. Hello, children. This is the Real Nerve Time Variant. Loki, working for Time Variant Real Nerve Associated TVA. Finally, authorizing the finale, I guess, attempt for... It's a standalone review. Just go ahead and say it. Fine, standalone review. You probably should have done this week to week. There were some shorts. I should have done it when I had the chance. Hence the summons. So, which one of these is the future you that you're speaking of? Because I do love the Power Man thing. It's just very Turbo Man-ish. Did you ever sit through that Schwarzenegger Christmas movie as a child? No, but I didn't really make that a retro review, but... holidays are around the corner. That is true. And, boo! Oh, shit! Yeah, gotcha now. Anyway, yeah, Retro Writer here with, Retrokid Reviews, and our review with Time Variant Association and Authorization. Look, I had to play by the book with our version of Mobius. Seriously? Isn't he like all wow kind of stuff? Look, he's more powerful than you look, and we don't talk about Christopher Walken. Oh, no, we're intimidated by these circles. Nah, it took him once. No, wait, seriously? Look, the Sinister Timeline was just all over the place. And you sure there's a branch? I can actually just make it a multiverse by now? Yes, I've authenticated multiple times. Why are you not doing it? I don't know, Orcus? Yeah, I kind of need him. What do you mean you got... Okay, anyway. Season 2, go. Let's just finally get this over with. What did you think of me this time around? No, you did great. Oh, okay. A rebuttal from the older, more experienced you? No, you did good as well. You don't even do the old gruff voice like you did last week? Nah, just... Yeah, he kind of got talking to it. Okay, is this really like a Scott Pilgrim thing? Oh, well, I was much as I want to say the, evil version, but, I don't know, it's that N-word, that's old video game logic, but I'm gonna take a wild guess and say, yes, it won't be YouTube friendly, we get it, evil Scott, yada yada yada. You gonna do the Netflix series in some here? I don't know, maybe. So, yeah, getting to the point, you're right. Tom Hiddleston, pretty much did the best, I guess, interpretation he's ever done with, Loki so far. Hang on a minute. And while he's adjusting my obvious thoughts on the first 4 episodes, I'm gonna have to go with the, lamb when it comes to IGN reviewers and just disagree that they've probably were mortally right to be pissed about the certain Jonathan Majors of it all, Victor Timely, for the 1830-something, episode. You don't even remember the years you were running around with? I'm sorry, I'm just as confuddled as my MCU counterpart. Yeah, that's not a word we usually hear. Confuddled? Is it offensive? No, it's just too, I don't know, old dude-ish and stuff. You could just say boomer dude. Come on, I don't wanna. Okay, good, now you're both confused. Anyway, older retro man thing. What do you do? What do you do exactly? I don't know, become, I guess, Cable's backup plan in case, like, the Children of All situations went down. By the way, we're back! Oh, cool! How'd the children go? Oh, no, I used my techno-organic virus on it. Are you drinking? Kinda. Dude, that Rick and Morty shit isn't cool anymore in this timeline, dude. You know that. Yeah, I just want to get one in before I have to rub it in on him. Oh, good. More time travelers. It's not like there's a certain blue box in the wings, talking about stuff. Oh, yeah, I gotta get around to that death battle. Wait, they're doing a death battle with Rick? Yeah, long story short, I still got money on the dock. Oh, yeah, absolutely, I would too. Good! Future content, that'll probably end up being a short. So, let's get to, I don't know, the cast and crew and... I don't know what we all really think about it. Oh, well, I guess I could say for Sylvie, we can all agree that she got less screen time, but honestly, it kind of makes sense. She just wanted a spot to, like, basically hide out through the whole, hiding through timelines and stuff. And getting to the most obvious, since we got the preview pick, the Kikui Kwan in the room. How do I say this nicely? Dude basically killed it, and I was in a timeline where I didn't sit through everything everywhere all at once. But as someone who was also here that actually sat through it, thanks to BK and her film podcast Discord, by the way, go to that. I think as of this recording, they're going to be doing a film nerds podcast for, I think, Ghost in the Shell anime. I don't know, something I might make a retro review of it to be in contrast for the old live action adaptation that I reviewed back in the day. Go to that in the cards. That being said, Yeah, you can absolutely tell, Kikri Kwan basically steal the show as Obi, or, if I remember, Mobius, as it will. Yes, he was a Mobius. Obi, yes, and no, not your cat. So, what did you really think about him? I don't know, this is a goodwill after getting the Oscar last year, for Everything Everywhere, and honestly, it's all totally worth it, I'm gonna be honest with you. For me reviewing it, or just the performance alone as Obi? A bit of column A, column B. Okay, good, we're getting very, I don't know, nice. We're acting nice to each other, Loki. This is kind of weird for you having different versions of yourself trying to kill each other often. Yes, and then there's, the Sylvie in the room, but there is that one Marvel factor that I think both of you kind of agreed to put in the contract. What was it exactly? Oh, yeah, he did stunts in, you want to say it? Oh, yeah, totally. 3, 2, X-Men. Oh, he helped out in the first... How exactly? Oh, he was friends with Kevin Feige since 2000. Oh, that's that kind of adds a lot. And I guess my thoughts of Obi here. He was pretty good. He was good. It was the technical babble was not too Star Trek, not too Doctor Who at times, as somebody might have said in those first 4 episodes. However, for being the staff employee of TVA to basically build the book of it, and myself having to read it for the real life edition of it. Like, there's a real life edition to it? Yes, of course there is! Branching timelines and stuff like that. It's... You were gonna say Whipple away. I'm nothing like that two-horned bastard! You know he transformed as a she sometimes, and... Look, we're all gonna just say, at this point, Doc might as well be non-binary. Yeah, definitely. I mean, once you go... opposite sex a few times in a few regenerations, it's gonna end up that way. Yeah, obviously. Good! We're all very progressive here. So, final thoughts on just Sylvie before we get to everybody else. I don't know, I felt like her hanging out, and, getting to the most obvious McDonald's sponsorship of it all in this episode. It was in the background. I wish there was more, marketed play for, like, I don't know, maybe like a retro, pop-up, version of, like, an old, early 80s McDonald's, but, it probably wasn't gonna happen, probably wasn't gonna fly, and I'm pretty sure if they were gonna do a viral clip of it, they probably wanted Sylvie and everybody else to do it for the marketing, but since this was still, the season was out while the strikes were still happening, I'm pretty sure that was not in the cards. But if it ever got a physical release, yeah, Disney Plus shows have a horrible track record of not getting on physical, so, what I've been hearing about the strikes, they almost did. Oh, good, there's a chance. Slim, but there's still a chance. And if there's a chance for it to be on 4K on physical, I would love to show up to the pop-up and have Sylvie take a pic of it. Dude, are you pining for your variant again? No. Does it look good? A little. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's just get to the Mobius ski-doo of it all. Like, what was that scene all about? I don't know, it was more than just a ski-doo, just saying, for old school, Eastbound and Down Kenny Powers fans like myself. First of all, don't go to my playlist. Sorry, but not sorry. And, that being said, yeah, it's actually more of an emotional episode than you thought. It's after, the most obvious spoilers that happened to one Victor Timely. Speaking of, let's get to the Jonathan Major situation, as it were right now. They have a good out, in case, the court case doesn't go either way, and more or less, we did get a brief mention in the finale with Quantumania of their variant being taken care of, so best case scenario, if we're going to have another Kang version out there, or variant, to be in Secret Wars, they'll probably recast or anything like that. Again, of course, the court case doesn't go their way as far as other summons go. Yeah, we're all basically in that camp. We're just on wait and see to see if anything happens. So, I mean, regardless if he beats the case or not, I'm pretty sure it's still going to be a little uncomfortable having to work with that going into Secret War. So, again, balls on Marvel's court on that if anything happens. So, speaking of, for the Victor Timely episode, yeah, it was, pretty much where a lot of people were dropping off, for, I think, was it 3 or 4 episodes in-wise? Up until, again, this is the biggest spoilers. By the way, this whole episode is going to be mostly spoilers. We're like a week after the finale, so it's on you if you want to sit through this in 3, 2. Do get spaghetti-fied, pretty hard. Don't quote us, quote the wiki on this one. And, yeah, you, have a very fun time, throwing them into the pile once you figured out how to use time travel powers. Yes, more or less. It was very, how do I say this nicely for the mid-godman here? Very, what's the word, Groundhog's Day-y? Oh, wow, you actually have that movie up there? No, stop mentioning it one too many times every other sentence. How many times did you get put in Avengers, I don't know, mid-god jail, long story short? A lot more than the other guy, as you can tell. Yeah, I noticed. So what, you're like Comic Him, or like Comic Him with extra steps? Okay, that definitely sounds real enough here. So, speaking of, let's get to mostly the He Who Remains of it as well in the finale. Long story short, it was pretty much powerful. It was still Jonathan Majors on his A game with He Who Remains. But like we said, with the Victor Timely performance as well, we don't want to do too much praise in case the court case goes south. And yeah, regardless of how that situation is going down, it still would be a damn shame if he did get the boot during like what is essentially the best scenes of the season so far, much like last season. So with that all being said, big spoilers coming up with mostly how we've been with this season so far, the finale, and I feel like you should talk about this, Loki. No, I feel like I should talk about this because we both have shared trauma with previous timelines and stuff like that. No, you totally got this, dude. You got it, bud. Fine. Last chance spoilers before we get to the score. What did we all think of my MCU counterpart basically becoming a Time Lord? Well, Time God in your case. That was what you said in the Google Doc. More or less, yeah, but to put it bluntly, it was, how do I say it, emotional. Like, it is basically reported that Tom may not come back until Secret Wars, and for all intents and purposes has iced the character till then. And I would love to see his thoughts and probably interviews of that scene alone, for posture, of course. Yeah, dude, you are just really above yourself, aren't you? Says the man who has the other version of himself from 1,000 years in the future. Hey! Look, both of your thoughts before we start anything. I'll take this one. Alright, cool. We're gonna probably say the same thing, too. Yeah, this is probably the best scene that, Tom Hiddleston has done with the character. You can definitely tell that this is a closing point for his character. And, I think weeks long when people were watching this week to week, they pretty much figured out that Loki over here is getting more character development and more of a fitting end to his story than I think Thor will ever get in the future when it comes to Phase 5 as a whole. That being said, with all that context said, it's still an emotional scene. You still get like the weight of like Loki being desperate, even though episode leading up to it, it's just trying to figure out how to like do that third option that, yeah, where a lot of Doctor Who similarities are starting to bleed over with the science fiction of it all here. But you can definitely tell, like, this is like last resort kind of stuff. It's like, okay, if I can't break it like my usual, mischievous way, how about I just go full, like, namesake of my godhood? And it pulled off for a very stunning image. And we never really talked much about the retrofuturisms of, like, how the TVA works, down to even Obi's intense like basically miniaturizing like a lot of plans, leading with Loom and most of the other stuff plot wise throughout the season. But when you see it getting executed on Obi's end, it's like very Back to the Future-esque. Can we at least agree to that? Yeah, totally. I mean, long story short, it's a lot of cute references to that, to like, oh, it's not up to scale to model, speaking as someone who does scale models of, I don't know, kayfabe here. Yeah, it's a cool nod, if anything, if that's the case. Ultimately, should you sit through this new season now knowing, the majority of the spoilers, there is a lot of characters I messed out. I think, the break, I forgot the guy's name. The Hunter? Seriously? It's Hunter XP something. Yeah, he had a cool 70s episode. It was like the only time the show was trying to be timeline of the week kind of stuff. But other than that, it was pretty good. Solid all around regardless. And you do get a feel for these characters by the time you make it to the finale. And like we've all been saying lately with Hiddleston himself, he is basically the rock of this whole show. I mean, it is basically your namesake. And it takes a good Loki variant to know that this is probably going to be the best version of my character you're probably going to see in a long time. And is it basically the first thing in a long time for MCU property this year to basically save what salvage was basically a lackluster year? No, I think they both can agree that Guardians 3 and myself are basically the bedrock of Phase 5 so far. More or less, kind of, sort of. And with rocky ground like that out of the way, I believe it's time to go to one of you for the all stupid Critical Role shorts. That, or we're probably gonna like keep up with some movies and stuff like that. Oh yeah, speaking of, we are planning to do something next time, right? Or at least live action you. You know, you could just say normal me. Hi. Yeah, back in action. Yeah, this is a review I've been really wanting to do. It is the Nerf pilot, and yeah, I kind of fit. I got some extra figures and stuff like. Oh, great! Another Kramer wannabe. Oh, crap! Really? Yep. And he's not getting the mic on. I think it's because I forgot to do the Saw X review. Wait, why is that Grifter? I guess double review. Oh, Blue Beetle's probably already on streaming. We could probably do it. Is that okay, Grifter? Alright, Mike's on. He's doing a thumbs up. Alright, cool. So go to that. Honestly, totally wiped out Present Me over there to hit the notification bell down below and sub to the channel. And previous video also over there with our thoughts. Mine as well for the Madam Web trailer review. So with that all being said, I am your legally designated time variant, real Nerf adjacent Loki. It's a long title. It's very TVA coded. I don't have to summarize it next time to sit through what is essentially my glorious purpose in this timeline by basically covering both of your channel's asses. Hey, it's kind of good. It's no America's ass, okay? None of us are Captain America, okay, dude?